Hello everyone. Negotiating with your first client could be really challenging when you have a new business, when you want to start a startup, or maybe you want just to go for finding your new clients. It will be really challenging. But I want to share 8 points with you, which by them you could arrange your first client meetings really nicely. If you are watching this video by YouTube, please subscribe my channel. And if you are watching by the other medias, please go to YouTube, watch the long video and also subscribe my channel. Thank you. Okay, now you have started your own business, or maybe you have a startup and you are looking for your first client. Wow, a bit challenging. But I want to share 8 points with you what to do. Suppose that tomorrow, next week, or very soon you are going to have your first appointment with your clients. What should you do? Please follow these 8 points. Do them step by step, and for sure you will get the best result after this meeting. First point before meeting, do your homework. It means that before going to the meeting with your client, you need to prepare some homeworks for yourself before going to the meeting. It means that you need to know who your client is, in which industry he or she is, what are their products or services, and then what are their challenges. Then you could tailor your proposal, your services to their challenges and problems, and make them trust you. In this session, trust is really important. And what is the key to trust? The key to trust is when you show them that you have understood them completely, their challenges and their needs. Second point, highlight your value proposition. Yes, I know that it is your first client, you have just started your business or your business idea, you have never had any clients, but it doesn't mean that you do not have enough skill to help your client to solve his or her problem. It means that just you are going to start solving. Maybe it's your first client, second client, third client. There is no difference. Third point is you need to prepare a comprehensive proposal. It means that very clear, explain your client that what could you do, how could you do, what is the fee, what is the price for your services, and how could your services help your clients. I really believe that best policy is honesty. It means that you need to be completely honest with your client, and you need to prepare a really comprehensive proposal. It means that in your proposal and while you are explaining, you need to cover all of the potential questions that your client have or might have. Already, you need to answer all of these questions in advance. It shows your client that you have covered all the requirements in the presentation. Then you are the right person, you are the right business or right partner to cover all of his or her requirements and help the challenges also. When you have enough skills and when you know exactly your client and your client challenge, and when you see that your client is spending time in negotiation with you, in a meeting with you, it means that your clients maybe believe or is believing that your solution could help. It's a good point. Then you need to get this point and emphasize on your skills and emphasize on your proposal, value of the proposals. In the last point, I say that before participating in this meeting, you need to know exactly your client, industry, and also problems and challenges. Now it is the time when you have prepared the proposal, you emphasize on the skills, expertises, and solutions that exactly could solve the client's problem. I mentioned that in your proposal, you need to mention everything. You need to clearly describe everything. Just one point about the price of your services. There is one point here that you need to inform your client about the prices exactly on time. The time of prices is usually very close to the end of session. Never ever inform about the prices at the first of session, even if you are asked. You need to redirect the conversation to other issues if you are asked about the prices. For example, it depends. Or maybe I will explain everything, just a moment, I need to say something before prices, or everything that you could redirect it. Never ever say anything about the prices at the first. Then maybe your customer will be very busy with the prices in his or her mind and is not going to listen to you anymore. In the middle of session also, but when you are going to close the session and you think that everything is going smoothly forward and really nicely, then you could explain about the prices also. But for sure, you need to prepare everything in your proposal contains prices also. Next point, or the fourth one, in negotiating with your first client is be confident but not pushy. What does it mean? It means that you have prepared your homework, you have emphasizes on your skills, expertises, and you have prepared a comprehensive proposal. Now be confident and talk about everything you have prepared, but not pushy. Sometimes it's very good to listen carefully and show that you are very interested in listening to your customer, to your client. Because he or she is talking and speaking about the problems, the challenges, and some part of the challenges could be the budget, the limited budget also. There is no problem. Please listen to it. Even if it's not exactly based on your prices policy, there is no problem. Just listen it carefully with a nice smile. And when he or she talked completely, then you could say, okay, thank you for explaining. I understand. But please let me to explain a bit more about this part of services, or about our prices, or about comparing valuable services that we are offering. But the fourth point is, while you are negotiating, you need to be confident, really confident. Self-confidence is really important. Just remember this point that your time is really valuable. Your client's time is really valuable also. When you are spending 1 hour for this meeting, your client is spending same time. It means that it is very important for you because it's your first client. You want to make a deal, you want to make an agreement, you want to have your first client, run your business. But it's very important for your clients also when he or she has attended, participated in this meeting, because he or she has some challenges, one or more challenges, and think or hope that your solutions could help their challenges. It means that there is a big gate for you to have your first client. But all people are buying services or products based on their emotions, not logic. It means that when your client trusts you during the session, during your proposal, during your negotiation, find you really confident and finds that you are really sure about helping their challenges by your services, they will find it, okay, you are the right person, you are the right business, you are the right partner for them. It is exactly what you are looking for in this session. Self-confidence is a main key, but not pushy. Listening is really important. Please listen carefully. As I told you, listen carefully with a nice smile. And when you see something is not exactly based on your policy, based on your proposal, based on your expectation, just start your explanation by, thank you for explaining. I understand. I really understand. But let me explain a bit more about this issue. Pricing, about services, about future, about the efficiency and others. Fifth point is continuing by the fourth point, which I already told. Fifth point is focus on trust and rapport. What does it mean? Negotiation with your client should make trust. It means that very soon when you have started your negotiation, you need to make a trust between you and your client, and also rapport. It's very important. It means that your client should find or needs to find a good feeling while negotiating with you. What's the meaning of feeling? It means that you are trustable and you are the right person to solve the problem, to solve the challenge, and you have some solution for solving the challenge. As I told you, your client's emotion is very, very important. Emotion contains trust and rapport. And while you are presenting your presentation or your proposal and you are talking about your solutions for the challenges and also the goals, it's very good to clear everything about your goals in the client's specific challenges. You need to explain everything, that you know exactly what to do and you know exactly how do you want to do it. Sixth point, consider a trial or pilot project or time for your client. Okay, your client knows that you have never had any client yet, or maybe he or she is guessing something about it. You are new in this business, because when you have done your homework, your client has done his homework also. He has checked your website, your resume, your LinkedIn, and other social medias, and he or she knows something about you. It's very good to make an opportunity for your client to have a trial time or a pilot project. In this trial time or pilot project, you have a chance to prove your skills and expertises, and you have a chance to show and prove it that you are the right person, you are the right business, you are the right partner for your client to help his or her challenges. And for sure, it is his right to have a trial or pilot time, because in this time you will know each other more and better, and also he or she could understand, are you the right person or not, when you yourself are sure that you are the right person. And also in this trial time, it could be trial time for you also, when you know your client and challenges more, and how to make the best result for your client and achieve the goals. Now you are in a meeting with your client, you have done your homework, you have self-confidence, you are negotiating, and also you have talked about the trial or pilot project. Seventh step is use testimonial or case studies. I know that you have never had any clients, but you have done many projects for sure when you have expertises and skills. It's very good while you're negotiating, share some experiences with your client. You do not need to address exactly where is it coming from. Then your client, while is thinking, will find that you have enough experience and expertise and skills for solving the challenges. Eighth point, negotiation with the goal of establishing a long-term cooperation and a long-term collaboration. What does it mean? While you are negotiating with your customer, it's very important to talk about the future. Okay, you have a challenge now. I have a solution for your challenge. I could help you. This is my solution, or it is how I could help to solve your problems or challenges. And what else? If it takes, for example, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, what else after that? All people would like to have a feature from the future. It means that, okay, after 6 months, my challenges are solved. We could continue and collaborate for a long term. Long term is very strong word. Long-term collaboration. It means that you are not here just to offer the prices, get the money, and tomorrow after solving the problems, 100%, 50%, something like this, okay, bye-bye, I'm going. No, I'm thinking of the long-term collaboration. We are going to make a very strong business relationship together, and always you could have me as a partner beside you when you find any problem, when you find any challenges. Your client has participated in this meeting for evaluating your skills, expertises, to know your solutions, compare it with your competitors also. But the main is, at last, your client wants to know, are you trustable? Can he or she trust you? Are you really the right person to make a solution and solve the problem? If you have a nice solution, can you implement the solution? Because always the solution is not the main key. Maybe implementation is more important than the solution. If you have the best solution, but you cannot do it, you cannot implement it, you cannot tailor it with the challenge, it doesn't work at all.